Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live. Now, singer and songwriter Eves Manxeba's healing music infuses smooth R&B vocals with Xhosa lyrics into contemporary world beat rhythms, creating a unique brand of conscious and soulful melodies. Eves' album Ukukhanya is a continuation of her work to bring peace, enlightenment and healing through music in these troubled times. Born and raised in Butterworth in the Eastern Cape, she found her calling at the tender age of 13 when she was discovered by her mother, who was highly instrumental in her following a musical career. Well, she joins us in studio to tell us more about where she is now. And we're having a conversation off air about how she was here a couple of years ago, about 7-8 years ago. And these are some of my best stories because I love how, you know, we start from somewhere and then it gets here. Eves, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live. I'm excited that you're here. For people who have never seen you here on Morning Live and who were never part of that conversation about 8 years ago, tell us about why the first time you came here.
Good morning to everyone. I'm so happy to be here again, years later, because, you know, my journey has been a long journey. And I'm so thankful that I'm here and you interviewing me 8 years later. You know, I was here to as an upcoming artist, and I just released my song by Eves Manxeba, and all I needed was to get here and, you know, and tell people that Eves Manxeba is here to stay. And
and here we are. Let's have that talk about that journey between then and now. What's happened since, and how did you arrive here?
Okay, well, a lot happened actually, you know, because I had my Eves Manxeba, and then after that, you know, a few years later, I lost, you know, my parents, and that thing took me back. It took me back home, and I just could not release any music. I just could not do anything music. But I guess the fire inside of me always kept me going, because during that time, that's when I got to write for the album that was released 10 years later. So it's been a long and interesting journey, but I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about the music industry. I've learned so much about people in general, you know. So I'm so thankful that I'm here 10 years later and still doing what I do best.
But what kept you going in that time, in that dark space? You know, because there was I think it was Pindamkya we had a couple of weeks ago, and just after she had lost her husband, you know, she just couldn't write. She says about how she was in this dark space where she couldn't write. She couldn't, because, you know, it just wasn't allowing her. You were in a similar situation where the one person that was instrumental, your mother, was not there anymore. Tell us a little bit about how you got out of that space and what kept you writing.
My loss was the biggest shock of my life, and I was silent for a long time, and it literally took me like 5 years to be able to sit down and write something. And because I have sisters, my youngest sister was the one that kept me going, because she was the one who was like with me during the healing process. And I guess my family kept me going, because being the eldest and having sisters and having to take care of the family now, because I don't have parents, you know, it was the only thing that kept me going. And also the music and the fire inside of me that just could not let me go. That's what kept me going. So what's in store?
What are you cooking? Sorry, what are you cooking at the moment? What is the sound? Which direction is your music heading?
My music has, I would say, matured during that healing process, because I got to see music in a different light. And Ukukhanya is a Afro soul type of music. However, I've branched into Afro-tech. I've branched into house and piano, and one of the tracks that we're performing today is a piano track, my first ever piano track. And so I'm just so grateful that I'm able to create as much music as I can.
And what are the plans? Is it an album? Are you going the EP route? What's the decision with that?
Yes, I'm releasing an EP this year. However, next month we're releasing the single called Emoyeni, which I did with Usnaga and Majestics. And so it's a beautiful piece, you know, coming from the depths of our hearts, because, you know, we're coming from a lot of challenges and adversities within the music. So yeah, it's a comeback.
Who else did you work with on this particular project?
On this particular project, I worked with the Usnaga, as I said, Majestics. I worked with quite a lot of producers that obviously we are going to like push the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is the best time that you write your music? When does the melody come? When do the words come? When do you say, oh no, I must not forget that melody and then put that? How does that process work for you?
The melody comes when everyone is asleep in the wee hours of the morning. You know, artists, we do not sleep. Well, for me, I'm speaking for myself. That's the most time that I'm creative, and it does happen. Even if I'm having a conversation with you, I'll have a melody that's just going, and I'll just go quickly and just record something. But you know, I'm just inspired by everything that's around me, and the melodies come through that process. So yeah.
Now, talk to us about, have you ever had a melody that never goes away? You know, some artists will say, you know, there's a melody that bothers them, you know, and they never take that away. Do you have one of those songs in your case?
I definitely do. And I've never recorded this melody, but it's a melody that is there, like literally there. And I guess with this EP that's going to come out, I'm going to put that song, that melody, into a song, yeah.
What are the words? Have you not figured out what the words are yet?
Not yet, because I'm a very melodic person. You'll give me music and then I'll come with the melodies, and then obviously the lyrics will come after that. So I guess as artists, we have different ways of expressing our artistic abilities, and for me, I'm more melodic. Yeah.
All right, you know what? I'm happy to see you. I'm looking forward to hearing more music from you today. You've got 2 songs that you're going to perform for us. Tell us a little bit about those.
The first song that we're going to perform is a song called Emoyeni. And Emoyeni, it's a joint collaboration between me, Snaga, and Majestics. And so it's a piano track that is relationship orientated. Like, you know, in relationships, things don't work out and the love seems to have faded.
All right, you know what? Let's wait for that music. We're going to take a quick ad break. In studio with us, singer and songwriter Eves Manxeba, speaking to us about her musical journey. She will be back shortly for a performance.